Bryce.
How's it going?
Growing up in Oregon, being a kid from, I'm sure you've been asked this a million times, but being from Oregon and being a Duck at this stage, does that have any special meaning to you?
Yeah, it has a lot of meaning, man. That's what you grow up being a Duck to play in this kind of game. This Rose Bowl is a huge one for us, and it means a lot.
You've received quite a bit of recognition for what you've been able to do on the team this year. Are there folks on the team that you don't think have gotten enough recognition, and if so, who and why?
Yeah, there's countless number of dudes, man. Even down to our last walk-on to our equipment manager. But our guys up front, especially the D-line, make my job real easy. Jamar Caldwell, Derek Harmon, you got Keon, you got Birch, endless dudes up front that just eat up double teams and make those gaps easy for me to run through. So that's my D-line. Shout out to the D-line for making my job easy.
Bryce, I was talking to Pat about your guys' high school days. What do you remember? Do you remember anything about playing Sheldon in high school? You don't have to talk about football.
Yeah. No, yeah, I definitely had a fair amount of run-ins with Patrick Herbert in high school, all the sports, football, baseball, basketball. He was a beast in all of them, so we'd go toe-to-toe. I remember we played them my sophomore year, and he sacked me about 3 times when I was playing quarterback. That one hurt a little bit, but definitely got him back in some other sports. But it was awesome going, like I said, head-to-head in all those sports with him, and he'll be a lifelong friend.
He said he has a photo of sacking you somewhere.
Yeah, I haven't seen the photo, but I'm sure he does. I'm sure he has those receipts somewhere.
How has your relationship with him grown? Obviously, you guys were not enemies, but opponents for so long in high school, and you were familiar with each other. I think you guys played against each other since you were like 9 years old.
Yeah.
How has it grown now that you guys are playing for the same team? I think you said you got close on a trip to Guatemala.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Especially, like I said, being from the area. We've known each other forever, but we've never been on the same team. Like I said, always competing against each other, so we never had that friendship. But then what we kind of started when I first joined the football team in 2022, and we went on that service trip to Guatemala, started to kind of grow in our friendship, and it's just gone on from there. He's a great dude, great family, and like I said, he'll be a friend for a long time.
What does it mean to have, not just one player from each team on this team where it's like a melting pot of players, right? But you have 2 guys that are core to this team's success.
It's super cool. It's, obviously I had his brother, but I'd say other than that, it's pretty rare to have, so many Eugene kids. Well, I guess not so many, but 2 on the same team, and to be a core part of the team. So, it's cool to be a part of, this team's legacy and this team's history, and just looking to move forward and keep doing the same.
Thanks, Bryce.
Yeah, you bet.
What do you expect out of a rematch in a game of this magnitude when you face the team a second time?
I expect them to come in and give us, their best shot. They got something to prove because we beat them the first time. But like I said, they're a good squad. Whether playing a team twice as harder, I don't think so. I think it's a little bit of a misconception. They're a great team, and we have to do our job. But I think if we do our job, we'll come out victorious.
What's been the burden of being the only undefeated team in this field? Do you guys feel that when you look at all these other teams as the only team without a mark?
No, not really. We know that every team's going to give us our best shot. That's what we want. We don't want a team to just roll in and, give us a poor effort. We want to beat you at your best, and that's what we find fun in football and just being a competitor.
I know every bowl game has its own vibe. What's a Rose Bowl feel like to you guys?
I smell roses.
What does this mean to you? Like you've talked about in the past, the Civil War means more to you because you grew up a Duck fan. So what does it mean to be at a Rose Bowl game where you saw Marcus play and beat Florida State and things like that?
It means everything, man. This is the game, like you said, other than the Civil War, playing UW, that's one of the biggest games of the year, just because of the magnitude and the history behind it. It means a lot to myself, my family, and definitely the Oregon community. So I'm looking forward to Wednesday. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, and I grew up in Bend, and so always around Duck fans, just wanting a national championship so bad, wanting to go to a Rose Bowl too. So just what would it mean to you to win a Rose Bowl and to keep this train moving on as a Duck fan who grew up kind of diehard?
Yeah, it'd mean everything, man. It would, show all of our team's hard work this season, paying off. it's it's quite the journey, and I'm just glad all these guys in this room can share it with me, because it's definitely a special opportunity, and I think everyone realizes it.
Yeah, and what do you want the fans, you guys fans, to remember you guys by? And what do you want them to remember you by, not only after this game, but just after this season?
Yeah, obviously Rose Bowl champions after Wednesday, and just being an Oregon team who, was fast, but also physical. I think that's where Oregon's lack of times in the past is, we're known to be fast, but to win those big games, you have to be physical, and I think this is what this Oregon team has, and, we're going to show it on Wednesday.
Ohio State result to see how they're different since you played them last. Are they different?
Yeah, they definitely have some new tendencies. That you can't be the same team all season. You got to adapt and change. They got some things that are the same, obviously. They're a good team, and they'll mix it up when they have to, but keep doing what they do when they're successful with it. They got a good OC and Chip, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity. It's going to be fun.
How did you come out of the first game feeling like you guys played on your side?
Solid. We did enough to win. Obviously, we had some things to clean up. It wasn't a perfect game by any means. Like I said, when you can win, tight games like that, it shows a lot about your team and a lot about your character, which we've been able to do this season. We've been able to win a lot of close games, which is important.
What kind of adjustments have you had to make with how long the season is now, how far you have to play into January? Do you have to take care of your body differently? Because I know in previous years, like this is the last game of the year you just finished. Do you do anything differently in terms of the way you pace yourself for a long season?
Personally, no. I take care of my body the same every week, same routine. I'm not one to pace myself and kind of, full go, balls to the wall at all times. Maybe some guys do, but, not myself. Yep, you bet.
Got one more question.
Yeah, what you got?
How cool is it? I keep going back to you growing up a Duck fan because that's so awesome. But how cool is it that you get to wear different jerseys like this, the one you're wearing right now? Like when you put on the pads, you just feel that much better.
Yeah, we're certainly blessed to be given this kind of gear. Uncle Phil definitely provides us with all the funds and gear, and Kenny Fard does a great job. So like I said, I'm blessed to be in this situation. At the end of the day, it's not really about the gear. I'm kind of old school, and whatever you put in front of my locker, I'll put on that day. But it's certainly nice to put on an Oregon jersey with my last name on it and represent this university in the right way.
Yeah, and another one, just being an Oregonian, what has your career meant to you, and to get to this point and soaking it all in, just how cool has your path been, and what do you kind of want to show to high school athletes too in Oregon that they can get to this point that you're at?
Yeah, I just want to show that, if you keep your head down and keep working, no matter how glim it may look or negative it may be, you can definitely achieve your dreams. There's going to be more bad days than there are good days. Just with how competitive, football is and baseball. Being a walk-on from the area, you're going to be overlooked. But if you believe in yourself and you know what to do and you just keep working, good things can happen. You can, come and play in the Rose Bowl and, be a Big Ten champion and do all those things that you dreamed of. So it's definitely a blessing, and there's a lot of people that have helped me, achieve what I've, achieved so far in my career, but I'm not done yet and still want to do more.
Big Ten champs in baseball, maybe?
That would be awesome. Unfortunately, I won't be out there, but I'll be rooting from afar.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You bet, man. How's it going? You got any questions?
No, I'm just supposed to stand here and get the straight-on shot.
Nice. Jared, what you got for me?
What's your relationship like with Dante Manning?
Dante Manning, it's a good relationship, man. He's a quarterback, but he's kind of got that baseball vibe to him a little bit. So I think he'd do well. He's a great football player and does well in the football locker room, but he also does well in the baseball locker room. He's talented in a lot of things. Like we were playing pool the other day, and the center that they got for us over there at the hotel, and he's a good pool player, which would be good in the baseball locker room. But no, he can sling it. He's a good leader and a good athlete. He's really loose when he's around there in the pocket. When the ball comes out of his hand, it's a pretty one. Oh, I think he said Dante Moore. Oh.
I was like, sling it.
My bad. Yeah, Dante Manning, another good one. God, that he might actually be the funniest person I know. Maybe second to Triquez Bridges from last year. That dude was next level. Yeah, but Dante always keeps a smile on his face, keeps it light in the locker room. And he's one heck of a football player too. You know, he makes some plays where I'm like, holy smokes, how did you come up with that? You know, great teammate, great leader, and you know, I love the guy.
It's a kid who was a former 5-star recruit, came here, different coaching staff, and multiple different coaching changes. What does it show about his character that he's stuck with Oregon throughout this all? This final year that he's stuck with.
No, I respect him utmost for that. It's very rare nowadays that you have guys that stick it out, and you need that in college football. It's, you know, it builds culture. You know, he's a big part of the leadership that we have on this team, and like I said, he upholds the culture that we have here at Oregon football. So, you know, I respect him a lot for that, and just what he comes out and does every day at practice and in the games. He's a great teammate and you know, a great guy off the field.
It's a guy whose role may not be what he thought it was or what people thought it would be when he was coming out of high school. But how do you feel like he's embraced that and helped your defense overall? Where, let's say Nico Jabbar needs to take a snap just for rest, and Dante comes in, and there's really no change going on.
Yeah, no, I think, you know, he's whatever you want to call it. You know, maybe not upheld his standard from high school. I think he has, man. We're a really talented team, and you know, whether stars indicate whatever you want to say, I mean, I think that dude has proved everything he can. I mean, he's a hell of a player, and like I said, even a better person off the field and a better leader. You know, and it means a lot when you can come off the field, or you know, say Jabbar comes off the field, or Nico, and he comes in, and there's no downplay at all. You know, he's a one heck of a player, and you know, yeah, he's great. Yep.
Well, good morning.
How's it going?
Great. How you doing?
Doing good.
As far as, the excitement and the enthusiasm and preparation for the Rose Bowl game.
I'm doing great, man. It's a dream come true to play in this kind of game, and you know, preparation's not done yet, but I'm looking forward to Wednesday.
What will it take to come out victorious come Rose Bowl?
Just, you know, elite communication and playing hard between the whistles, being the most physical team. You know, if we do those two things, you know, I think we'll be a winner at the end of this thing.
What is the ingredients that has caused you to rise to this level of success thus far?
Just a lot of hard work and dedication. Just, you know, trusting my instincts and my confidence, and knowing that, you know, there's a lot of bad days and a lot of good days, but on those bad days, just knowing that, you know, I still am doing the right thing, and there's going to be a good day on the other side.
Who's your inspiration in life?
Inspiration in life. Oof, that's a good one. I got a lot of inspirations, man. There's a lot of people that have inspired me, but, you know, I'd say, you know, my grandma and grandpa are definitely one of my inspirations.
What are the words that you live by?
That I live by?
You have a model, a phrase, verse?
Can't say I do. You know, work hard and be humble. I'd say that's a good one.
What would you say to all your friends, family, and fans?
Love you guys. Couldn't do it without you. And, you know, thanks for always supporting me throughout this journey. It's been amazing.
Good success.
Thank you.
What's up, Bryce?
That was good. Hey, what up?
See you, dog. Yeah, moments like these, obviously, there's a lot going on right now. A lot of energy in this room. You're sitting at a stage answering questions for the Rose Bowl. Does it really sink in when you've gotten to this point, obviously, with the meteoric rise you've had, or is that not sunk in yet?
Oh, it's definitely sunk in. It's a pretty great feeling, but, you know, I'll have a better feeling once we win this game on Wednesday. You know, that's the end goal, so we're still preparing, getting ready for it, but it's definitely a dream come true to be in this spot.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you remember about that first matchup? Obviously, a real intense game, lots of big moments. So, yeah, we won it.
Yeah, it was just two really talented teams who wanted the game, and, you know, obviously we came out on top. So I'm expecting another good rematch here on Wednesday, and hope they bring their best shot, because we certainly bring in ours. And yeah, it's going to be one for the books, that's for sure.
Yeah, is there anything you individually remember from that first matchup that you learned or picked up on that you're going to kind of apply going forward in this game?
Yeah, I'd say, you know, just communication pre-snap. You know, they Chip does some things on offense. You got to make sure you're ready for, and then just being the most physical team in between the whistles. I think if we do those two things, that we'll win this game on Wednesday.
Hey,
yeah, you bet, Jackson.
Who are some of the young guys that we don't get to see that are going to be dudes next year? When you're gone, when Ferg's gone, when all you old dudes are gone, who are some of the young bucks that we don't get to see who are going to be the next up?
No, there's endless dudes, man. I can't really say one name because it's the amount of depth we have is unbelievable. On defense, you got Jerry Mixon, who is literally, I think he's had probably 10 picks in the past 6 days of practice.
And stuff, yeah.
Oh, it's insane. His ball savviness is incredible. His time's coming. He's going to have an incredible future. We got Kingston Lopa at safety, who's been flying around and hitting people at practice. Kind of reminds me of myself a little bit in those safety days, just running through people, Lanning making them run to the goalpost, which is amazing.
Circle return.
Yeah,
full circle.
Yeah, literally. And you got Big Tion Gray up front, who I've been impressed with. He's physical. And yeah, like I said, there's endless dudes, but those are
Who's
a couple.
the wide receiver you don't want to cover? The young guy.
Young guy, J-Mac.
J-Mac
is, I don't really cover receivers as a linebacker, but I've seen what he's done to some dudes on defense and RDB, so he's one heck of a receiver.
That? Tell me what that looks like. Just speed or route running?
Yeah, speed, and he goes up and gets the ball, man. He's, like I said, he's fast, but his ability to kind of just make catches, contested catches is really incredible too.
What about Dante Moore? Everybody keeps, I think Tez said he's going to be a Heisman finalist next year. What have you seen out of him behind the scenes?
Yeah, he's incredible, man. I was telling someone earlier that he'd fit in well in a baseball locker room. He's got that quarterback. We're playing pool in the team, team room the other day. He's a good pool player, but just the way he's loose and savvy as a quarterback, you can tell he's always poised. He's got confidence. That dude's a playmaker, so it wouldn't be surprising to me if he was a Heisman finalist next year.
All right. Anybody else, Pops?
Say again?
Anybody else comes to mind?
Whole team, man. Whole team's filled with ballers.
In the here and now, when you look at game planning for Jeremiah Smith, can you just talk about the challenge that he brings to a defense? I know you don't guard him, but...
Yeah. No, he's a great player, man. It's, the way you can just throw a ball up to that guy and he can elevate and catch it and, do stuff after the catch is incredible. So, you definitely got to eliminate him from the game plan. But at the end of the day, it's, they have a bunch of weapons, running backs, receivers, line, quarter, every position is... they got talent, so we just got to do our job. And at the end of the day, if we do that and play hard, we'll win.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, as a Eugene kid, man, you've seen the program grow even in your lifespan. How cool is it to see the progression of where this program is to where a perennial contender now?
Yeah, it means everything, man. Growing up, having season tickets, seeing the development of the program. I was telling someone I was here at the Rose Bowl 2010 when we played Ohio State. Then to be back here as a player, it's something special. It'll definitely mean something more once we win on Wednesday, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, man, it's been a journey, and I'm thankful.
How surreal is that you're going to be playing in that same grass as so many legends, either Ducks or anybody in college football have played it?
Yeah, it means a lot. I'm definitely going to honor them the right way and, play hard and do what I can for the team to help us win the game. And I think if I do that, I'll be honoring all those legends that came before me and, played in this, historic game. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'm sure you had big dreams and hopes and aspirations when you first came.
Yeah.
It's got to be better than even what you thought.
Yeah, it always is, man. You always, have a dream or think about what something will be, but you really don't know until you're in the moment, living it. I think in this part of my career, it's every memory's been better than what I thought it'd be.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Throughout the year, we got to see all the great videos that the content team did. It took us behind the scenes, what it's like, week in and week out.
Yeah.
It feels like we really kind of got to know a little bit more about Dan Lanning. But what can you say about Dan Lanning, the man, the coach, the father, the friend, that maybe we don't get to see?
Yeah, he's a motivator. He cares about his players and he's consistent. It's those three things, are I think what makes a great coach. He comes into the team room every day for his meetings with the same juice, same enthusiasm. It's not up and down. It's always the same. which is great. You know what you're going to expect, and it translates into our game as players, and you can see it on the field. The enthusiasm, the fun we play with, and the discipline as well. He's a very disciplined individual, so I'm grateful that he's leading us this far, and he's done great things by me and this team. So, yeah.
Obviously, he's a football guy through and through, but what's he like kind of away from football? I mean, is he funny? Is he competitive when you guys are playing, games at his house or whatever? What's he like away from football?
Oh yeah, very, very competitive, man. I've had numerous cornhole games with Dan Lanning, and and that's what you want. You want a competitor and a coach, and he'll crack jokes every once in a while, but he's, like I said, just a competitor. And I'm not around him and his family all that much, but I'm sure he's a family man too, and does what he can for his family to provide for him and be the best father.
3 years ago, he's hired and he takes over the program. I mean, it's hard to look this far ahead, but did you see this kind of trajectory for the team with him in the leadership role?
Yeah, I did, man. I mean, since 2022, I was there for his first season, and the way it's just taken off has been incredible. Credit to him for recruiting and getting guys in here that that care and are about the right things, because there's been a lot of turnover and a lot of guys coming and going, and where my head's been is I don't know what it may turn out as, but he's done a great job with developing players and giving us a good chance to win every single year.
Bryce,
yeah, thank you.
Had a minute to reflect on just this season, being unbelievable, 13-0 at the Rose Bowl, you're at the granddaddy of them all, you're from Eugene. Have you had a minute to just wow, so
I have. I've definitely done better with that throughout my career with, smelling the roses as I'm sitting up here, spending time with teammates. It's never been something I've been very good at. Always kind of had my head down and, try to keep working, which I am. I'm never done working, always once a walk-on, always a walk-on. That's my mindset, but it's definitely a blessing that we're here, enjoying it with all my teammates, and it'll be even better once we win on Wednesday.
What was your reaction when Dan gave you the baseball bat before the Washington game?
That one fired me up, man. It was a little unexpected, but for good reason. I was pumped that he did that, and I think it definitely set the tone for the game.
What all of those Monday meetings where you got the jump around week, you had Gladiator before the Michigan game. Are you ever surprised at some of the stuff he comes up with for you guys?
I am. I'm surprised with how creative he is, because it's we have a lot of weeks in football, and it seems like every theme of the week is spot on. So I don't know, he must do a lot of thinking before the season to come up with these ideas, but I love it. I love how we have a theme to every week, and it's been great.
And to have them immediately, like the Wisconsin game really comes to mind, because I know you're on defense, but you're facing 4th and 9, and you immediately convert that play, turn the fourth quarter around.
Yeah.
What's it kind of like just have confidence that those moments are going to be key for what you're going to be facing on Saturday or whatever?
Yeah, I think it just comes down to preparation, and we got some hell of a players on both sides of the ball that can just make big plays in big spots, and right there, Dylan to Terrence are two big players in a big spot, and credit to Coach for getting us ready earlier in the week with that song, and knowing, just having a plan before it happened. Like, we knew what we were going to do, regardless if we were up by 40 or down by 40. We would have done the same thing.
5 minutes remaining on the clock.
So, it's credit to him and credit to all the guys in the room that just trust their process and know what to do in those big spots.
What do you feel, or how do you feel about the motivation for this week? I mean, you guys feel prepared? What's he working with this week?
Yeah, up in smoke, man. It's the theme of the week, and I'm looking forward to it. It's just it's sticking to our process. Nothing changes from last week or week one. It's the same old process, preparing for the opponent. But obviously we got something to prove. There's a lot of the machines saying that we got one against them the first time, which say what you want to say. We won the first one, and we'll know who the better team is on Wednesday. That's the beautiful thing about football, is you have to go on the field and you have to play the game. So it's going to be a great one.
What does up and smoke mean?
We'll keep that between team doors, but it's a good theme for the week.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Appreciate it.
Is there anyone on your team that people aren't talking about that people should be talking about?
Say again?
Is there anyone on your team that people aren't talking about that people should be talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say. Someone asked me this earlier, and I feel bad. I can't just say one guy, because there's a ton of them. We have dudes on scout team that are it's like facing a one and good on good because, you know, we have an incredible amount of talent. You know, Jay Harris, running back, has been giving us a hell of a look. He's stiff arm specialist, runs incredibly hard. You know, like I say, you got J Mac, a receiver, who's one heck of a dude out there as a wide out. Jerry Mixon at linebacker, who's had like I said, 8 or 10 picks in the past 6 days of practice, which is incredible. But yeah, our whole team's loaded, man. We have a lot of depth and a lot of potential moving forward.
Sounds like you play a lot of pool. Who's the best on the team?
Best pool player on the team? I'd say I am.
Do other people say that too, or?
No, I mean, it depends who you ask. I don't know how many guys play pool on the team, but if you ask Devin Jackson, I'm sure he'll tell you I'm the best pool player on the team.
What's the difference between preparing for a college football playoff game and playing a Super Bowl?
Nothing. I mean, other than the sport change. Obviously, you take batting practice and some fly balls and play catch before that game, and then, you know, for these, you watch a lot of film and, you know, get your thud on before the game to wake your shoulders up. That's a good question. They're very different sports, so it's a different style. Personally, for football, I don't really get much anxiety. I just, you know, I know that if I go out and play my hardest and do what I do, you know, good things are going to happen. And same with baseball. You know, you just got to stick to your preparation, and, you know, if you do what you know how to do and just enjoy the process of it, you know, the result's going to take care of itself. And whatever the result may be, you know, based off what I've done to prepare myself, you know, let it be. Oh yeah, that's where my family's from.
Yeah, no, I've heard the stories about the family ties. Do you have any memories about being back in Douglas County and that area?
Yeah, I know, I have endless memories of being down in Roseburg. My grandparents owned some land down there, and my uncle used to live down there, so I got a lot of memories of going down to see my grandparents, spending time with them, you know, riding four-wheelers on their land, going hunting. Yeah, lots and lots of memories.
Do you still hunt at all?
Oh, I love hunting. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of time to do it with the sports and whatnot, but, you know, I've killed, you know, 5 or 6 deer in my life, a couple bulls. I'll go duck hunting every once in a while too. Love fishing too. That's all there is to do in Oregon. That's stuff outside.
Have you gotten to hunt at all during like your time at Oregon, or is that kind of been on the back burner since then?
I haven't, just because of football. You know, I haven't been able to get out east and elk hunt at all. My dad went this year and the past couple of years, but I haven't been able to go. I went deer hunting, I want to say 2 years ago with my dad down in Roseburg, and he shot a buck, so I helped him kind of handle that down there, but that's about it.
Any good places to fish in Roseburg?
Fish in Roseburg, you know, I guess it's not in Roseburg, but I've been on the South Umpqua fishing for steelhead a couple winters ago with my uncle, and, you know, kind of crushed them down there on the south, but I think that's it for fishing down. Oh, I take that back. We've gone salmon fishing in Reedsport a couple times, but again, that's not Roseburg area.
Trying to find more places to fish around town.
Yeah. Thank you.
Is there anyone on the other team you're particularly excited to play against? Never mind.
Thank you.